pretty cool. Well, not a bad way to emerge from a tent, gotta say. Well, for a guy who said he was gonna sleep in all the time, it's 8 o'clock. Oh. This is what I had to do for my food. I feel like even a decent size, just a regular sized bear would have had no problems ripping the bottom of that open, so I'm glad to see this is fine. By the time I hung this up, it was getting dark. Otherwise, I probably would have gone over and used the hiker one. Because, yeah, that's just not very tall. Anyway, it's I'm lucky it worked out. Well, if you haven't watched my prep video, this is all my food. This is all hot chocolate and coffee breakfast. There's still 13 of them in there. Whey powder and snacks for the day. Soups. This is all soup, just cheap Mr. Noodles. And then 2 big bags of suppers, where I just bought dehydrated stuff and then stripped them out of all that packaging and just put them down in a Ziploc. It's about 17 pounds of food, and yeah. It adds a lot of weight, so I'll be happy in 4 or 5 days when a lot of this is gone. That's me a year and 4 months ago on my disastrous North Boundary Trail Fire Road hike. But I'm back here and I'm gonna carry on, which is pretty special for me. Definitely. Well, I might have my year wrong, but I think 2016 was when Matty Outdoors came through. And unfortunately, August 5th, August something, whatever this was, got wiped out by rain. And then it goes to September 30th. So I know he's way past that. Anyway, here's mine. For the first time ever, I actually put on my YouTube. You know, if you care to watch me yammer away. I don't know, I get proud of what I'm doing, so I guess why not? If people want to go look at it, why the hell not? I'm back. Came to finish what I started, came from Rock Lake, continuing on with 13 days to finish the North Boundary Trail. We'll go up Moose River if I feel strong enough. Spent the night by myself. Beautiful day so far. And it is. And you know, this picnic table, I am in luxury right now. I better not get used to this. I really better not. It's going to be primitive from now on. So I'm not sure if you've never been to a primitive site, there's no marked out spots. There's probably room for 25 tents, even just on this side. Then on the hiker side, there's room for even more. But there is a green throne privy here. That's good. A lot of times it's just a log across the rock, and you just do what you can. This is camping from the old days, man. Backcountry camping. If you want to see more, go see my North Boundary Trail Fire Road Day 3. I walk around and take a lot of footage of these 2 campgrounds. That's kind of neat. The green throne has an amazing view. In fact, you might even be able to see hikers coming in if they take the shortcut, and they might see you. That's awesome. Well, it's 10:30. I have been taking my sweet time. It's a nice day. I mean, there is some clouds out, but it's nice. And I have a picnic table. I might never have a morning like this again on this trail. I took last night's treated water, threw some of it in here, got my whey powder in there. I'll ingest that as I go along. And then I grabbed another liter and threw a tablet in that. So that's how I'll do that. I got 2 liters of water that way. And I went and got my feet and my knees in the water again. I'm going to try and do that twice a day now. I will stand on my head if that will get me through this trail. I mean, I've never done a hike like this before, so yeah. Okay, I think I've stalled long enough and enjoyed this picnic table long enough. I think it's about time to go. Climb out of the campground and right away you get some pretty cool stuff. Nice way to start. This kind of thing, this area doesn't see a lot of humans. And there could be bears or grizzlies with their head down in this, right? Digging up roots, so. Woo! Hey, bear! I have a streak going of not seeing bears on backpacks, and I intend to keep it alive. So I have convertible pants, you know, there's zippers here. I can just take these legs off. But on a trail like this, I mean, the horse outfitters, God bless them, take out the trees, but they don't take out the willows, so you brush up against stuff all the time, right? If it's wet, you want to have your rain pants on so that you're not getting soaked, but you also don't want to get your legs all scratched up, right? So the other reason is that mosquitoes. Anyway, so if you can stand it, if it's not plus 27 Celsius or whatever, then just leave the legs on, man. It's a good idea. Well, so far it's been pretty wonderful. You got a nice meadow and it's just a little rise and then you're walking on the rise. I'm already taking a rest. I haven't even gone very far, but I have tons and tons and tons of time. So give my body all the chance it has to keep up with this, right? Now these mountains over here are going to be my companions. I think I'm going to be up like that and around them on the other side. At least I believe so. This is fantastic. I'm about 3.6 kilometers away from Blue Creek, and I mean that nice little ridge didn't last, just FYI. I'm in the forest, but it is beautifully flat. It has been flat, you know, so hopefully that keeps up, but we'll see. All right, so this is Mud Creek. So that there, right? You go up that. This is new construction that I heard about. I asked them what they've done on this trail, and they mentioned that they built something over Mud Creek last year. Mostly because the horses were just tearing it to pieces, so. All right, one less thing to have to cross. Apparently this is very silty too. This will actually like clog up filters and stuff, so. Alrighty, and always neat to see the remains of old bridges down there. I think I read something about this, and I've seen it on like Marty up north and stuff. This area got completely blown down. High winds just came and wiped it all out. And look at it. It also looks like it was kind of burned. I don't know. Is it blown down or was it burned in a fire? It's a little bit hard to tell. Anyway, I can only imagine the work the wardens had to do to clear this area. Clear out this trail. Like, my God. This just goes on and on, man. It's pretty mind-blowing, the carnage. Well, I thought this might be Deer Creek Junction, but here's just a tease. According to my app, anyway, Deer Creek's another 500 meters, so. Or maybe I'll walk another 100 meters and find it. There is a little piece of wood over there, but given my nice boots, I can just sort of jump over the horse part of the trail section. All right. Well, there we go. There's the North Boundary Trail loop. I'm hoping to do it one day. So you go up that way around an entire mountain range and then back down to Blue Creek. Antlers. It's the way to Little Heaven and Glacier Pass. I haven't seen any creek yet, so maybe that creek back there was actually Deer Creek. I don't know. Well, I just sat down for a break, and if I had looked at my book a little earlier, you know, the page of my phone anyway, I would have seen that Deer Creek is actually another 400 meters, so I'm gonna walk over there, probably take another break. Here we go, and it's got a functional bridge. That's always cool. Over there is the horse crossing. Not bad. And remains of an old bridge. All right, so I got my feet into the water. All right, and now I've decided that this is a perfect surface to have some lunch. Like I'm standing right now. This is beautiful. So why not? I'm forcing myself to have lunch every day now. A lot of times I just wouldn't, right? But I've got to make sure my calorie intake is high. I want to eat all the food for one thing because I don't want to carry it. I want my pack to get lighter and lighter. So no shirking food, eat it all. Okay, well, I had a great little lunch and everything. 2.8 kilometers left to Welbourne Falls Junction, so off we go. Well, from Deer Creek, you climb and right away you get this. It's the first time I've seen Snake Indian River. And if I keep going, I will hike the entire thing away. It'll be down to nothing. Woo! Well, Snake Indian River heads over that way, and you got like a little creek here, but this is pretty nice in here. You got these, oh, that baby's pretty nice. Over there. Yeah. Oh, nice meadow here. That Snake Indian River was a tease. Got nothing now, it's just back into the woods. I kind of expected that. I mean, the Welbourne Falls is 0.4 off the trail, so that's a pretty good indicator of how far the river is away. Well, it's a rather unexpected lake. I have 2 books on the North Boundary Trail, and neither one mentions this lake. The trail is just up here. So it's official, I have diarrhea. Sorry to talk about that with you guys, but that's just reality of the trail sometimes. So solution right now is to wipe with leaves, which I just did. And yeah, because I know how fast diarrhea will go through toilet paper, so it sucks, but it's true. I do have Imodium, but right now I will just deal with it. Oh, that came faster than I thought it would. Been thinking about this for a while, but I think instead of doing an extra almost a kilometer with the backpack on, I am going to carry on to Welbourne and ditch the pack and come back. It is apparently 0.9 to Wellbourne Campground, so that adds 1.8 kilometers onto my overall trek, but it's all 1.8 with almost no weight on my back, which is what's important. And then of course 0.4 or 475 according to that, down there and back. That's fine, man. I think I'll bring my supper down there and have supper at the falls. Well, presence of a corral indicates to me that I'm not too far away from the cabin and such, but I just can't pass this up. This is the first time it's really broken out, like right beside Snake Indian River. This river's huge. Like, I wouldn't want to cross either of these. Well, maybe that one over there. Like, look at it. Yeah. This is wicked. Man. What a view. Well, we got an old bridge. We got what probably would have served just fine as a bridge. And we got a bridge from 2010. That's the same, this is probably the same flying crew that built the one over Deer Creek. Oh, and some more old stuff. All right, this is Welbourne Horse Camp. Looks like the crapper's down there someplace. Okay, we'll check this out. Okay. There is a green throne here. What is it with these horse ones? Why isn't there anywhere to put your food? I might be down to some other crossing, like a horse crossing. This is a really cool bridge. Look at the huge gouge on that tree too. That's kind of weird. Welbourne Creek. (2010) again. Love you guys. Oh, and an old sign. Okay, this is Welbourne Hiker. I would have shown more of Welbourne Horse, but that was it. And already Welbourne Hiker is, like, I've heard good things about this one, and look at it, right on the river. The horse one isn't. And neither site has a picnic table, so, I mean, this one is, yeah, this is much better. Excellent. At some point, someone put up all these red signs with a big red privy on them. But we got ourselves a bear hang. Love seeing that. Well, the horse camp has one thing, and that is it has a green throne. So here we got our log across a hole. And it's like 100 feet away from everything. I was starting to wonder, you know, if I hadn't seen this sign, it was just like, okay, where the hell is this thing? I've been walking. Anyway, I hadn't noticed this yet. It's alongside the trail, but I went walking right by it, opposite direction. Is it, I don't know, what are you? Okay. Is it a bathing suit or panties or a bra? It's definitely a bathing suit or panties. Oh well, hung them up to dry and left them here. So this is what primitive site looks like. Got a rock in a bag. You whip it over. And I had to bring my own paracord. And I got my 2 dry sacks, my sleeping bag, and my normal dry sack full of my food. And I will now attach it, hook it up, and tie it down. You're expecting something professional looking that's hilarious. Really, all I do is wrap it around the tree a few times because you can't tie a knot in it anyway when it's got all the tension. So you got to get some friction on it. And then I just did some gangly, nasty granny knot there. All the friction on the tree is basically holding it anyway. And now I've just got the rest hanging up. So yeah, my knots, I don't have knots. They're just embarrassing. But there you go. All right, in my new backpack. You see this guy here? It turns into this. A little day pack. I've got my Nalgene bottle, I've got my bear spray, I got my butt pad, I got my, what's the word? I got my jet boiler in there, I got hot chocolate, I got my supper. There you go. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go for a little adventuring. Okay, so you can see I hung up my food. I hung up my backpack. Just the only thing you'd worry about is porcupine coming along eating some of it because they like the salt. And I got my tent set up and yeah. Okay, I think the first thing I want to do is go check out the cabin. It's nice and close and I love cabins. And I believe, there's a trail just up here, just straight across from the sign here. So I think that's where the cabin is. Oh, I can see the cabin over there, but beavers have done a number on this. Like, man, see if I can figure a way through. Okay, so the trail was over there, and after I beat my way across a little bit, then I realized I saw this, so it's a little bit off where things were. FTC, is that 85? Wow. Cool. That is old. Oh, and then here we have another one, but it's pretty, yikes. Oh boy, this guy is kind of collapsing on me a little bit. Oh yeah, look at what the beavers have done here. Crazy. Okay, I gotta shut the phone off for this. Well, I was wondering if they're being used or not. This area is grown in hard. And you saw how hard it was when you get over here. I managed to get over that without getting my feet wet, but only of course because of my boots. But yeah, looks like it was not a bad looking cabin in its day. It's just hasn't had any work done in this field in a long time. Well, there's a bridge over there that I'm definitely going to use. If it's being used, all the wood in here, it's even pretty recent. So someone, yeah, it's still being used. I am definitely taking, that's why you come check out the cabin first. Because it seems like you always find 2 or 3 ways in, and that, well, it'll be definitely more fun, more interesting than what way it came in. Well, remember when I looked beside Welbourne Creek and it looked like there was kind of a path? I'm thinking it was to this. This is a nice bridge. This has got to be by that 2010 crew again. They did lots of good work. Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. Want to go see the cabin? Just hike down here a little bit. It's a nice little walk along Welbourne Creek, and you won't have the struggle that I had. You'll just be over a nice bridge, just like this. I have to say, it's quite nice to just go for a little stroll without the backpack on. I'm like tempted to go walking along here. How far along would it even go? Cabin's way down there. This just keeps their horses from getting too far, I guess. Some people curse the horses, but the horse outfitters, like there was 3 logs back there. So now that we're coming down to Welbourne Falls, they don't cut things out of here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's, yeah. So curse them all you want, but it would be a lot of stepping over things if it wasn't for them. That is pretty cool. Not perfect, but it's pretty good. Right. I wish I could have something to rest my back on, but can't have everything in life. You know what's awesome right now? The campground. Oh, what's that? Oh, speaking of which, that's a dead mosquito. The campground is crawling with mosquitoes, right? They always are. They know it's a feast there. There's nothing here. At the waterfalls, there's nothing here. It's awesome. I'm not being harassed. Not bad, man. This is a quinoa bowl. I think it's a good to go one. And it tastes pretty good. All right, my belly's full. Time to head out. Nice place to have supper. One thing about the horse site is that the water source is right here. Just up there is the horse site. The river is right beside the hiker, but you don't want to take out of that river. It is just silty and just way too churny, and it wouldn't be good to drink, so you don't want to. No one's here. It's been about 24 hours since I've seen anyone. I saw one lady walking out up Willow, and she said she'd stay here. So I can't help but keep track and see if I break my record of 4.5 days without seeing anyone. This is something that's kind of neat. So you're allowed to have fires out here, right? Obviously. And I mean, wherever you look, there are branches cut. But if you look at some of these trees, so up. I mean, there are branches up there that are cut. Now that's like 30, 40 feet off the ground. So that is like people 20 years ago trying to gather firewood. Right? They cut that branch and then the tree grew another 25 feet since then. Kind of neat. Well, everything's done. I actually brought books for once. I accomplished everything I wanted to do today. And I can just kind of lean up against this tree and read. And just chill. I basically suck at fires. I don't do them very often. So, I mean, I don't have anything to chop wood or anything, so I'm just using what's kind of already here. But I'm gonna have lots of time on this trail, and I should take advantage of the beautiful weather. I've had a beautiful day, and I should practice too. One day I might really need a fire. Like, all kinds of things might depend on it, so. Well, I think that tears it for another day. My crappy fire is burned out. I have my food hung up. I think I can handle whatever this trail throws at me, even though there's some difficult crossings coming up. I think I can do them. The real question is, can I handle this for another 10 days? Even, you know, hiking at 12 kilometers a day gives me still 10 more days. I've gone 26 kilometers, a little more than that, 26.6, and I've got about 127 left. So tomorrow I go to Blue Creek, and I think that might be decision day. If it's not, it's the next day. And do I keep going or do I turn back? And I mean, I have 14 days, so I can take 2 days off on the trail. So I can take that into consideration. But if I do that, I am just going to do the North Boundary Trail without doing Moose River. But you know what? That's still something. That's still pretty awesome, frankly. So I think that's probably the most likely scenario is I take 2 days off and just complete the trail as on the itinerary that I've set up for myself. Anyway, today was about the nicest 12.7 kilometers I could have asked for. almost no climb. Nice, the trail is nice most of the way. Mostly in the woods, but no complaints. Tomorrow, 11.9 in Blue Creek. Good night.